What's up, guys? Welcome back to Ride the Bean. Today I am in Fez in Morocco, and I've had some days in the country now to sort of acclimatize and get used to being here, the culture and everything. But today I thought I would just give you a how-to of how to cross into Morocco, because when I was thinking of coming here, I was trying to look for how I can cross, because I knew it wasn't that simple. You can't just cross and not think about anything. But I couldn't really find any detailed information about it. So in this episode, I thought I would just talk about my experience of how I crossed over, what I had to do, and how I did it. Just so if you want to come to Morocco from Spain, you know how to do it. So basically, there are three ways you can cross from Spain over to Morocco. There is a boat that goes from Almeria over to Melilla, the Spanish town in Morocco, and there's another boat from Algeciras over to Ceuta, another Spanish town in Morocco, which is the most popular route, the biggest route. And then lastly, you have the boat from Tarifa over to Morocco, which is the one I took. I would recommend doing that. It is the most simple one. The one in Algeciras is there's a lot more people and a lot more chaos and a lot more stress. So if you want a simple, chill journey, then go from Tarifa. The problem in Tarifa is that it doesn't go all year. I'm not exactly sure the dates, but it opened just a couple of days before I crossed over. Lucky for me. The first thing you need to do is just go to Tarifa, and by the pier there is a ticket office. So you just go in there and you ask for a ticket, and then you have to fill out two forms. So this is when you cross with a motorcycle or with a vehicle, I guess. The paperwork that you need to bring to Morocco is, of course, you need your vehicle papers. Your what's it called? With all the paper with all the vehicles information. The gray paper or whatever it's called. And then you also need your insurance document, the green insurance paper. Ideally, print it out on a green piece of paper if you can. In Norway, with my insurance, I never got any paper. I just have to download a file, and then I have to print it myself. But if you print it on a white paper, then they I don't know, they might ask you questions, and they might not believe you. So try to print the insurance document on a green piece of paper. I don't know why the color matters, but that's what it is. And yeah, that's the paper you need, and of course your passport. But everyone gets, at least from Norway, I don't know the rules for each country. I guess you have to check the rules for your country, the country that you're from. But for me, as a Norwegian, getting a visa here is no problem, a tourist visa. So I can stay in the country for 90 days on a tourist visa. So you just fill out those two forms. One is for you and one is for the vehicle. And then you drive aboard the boat. But on the boat, it's your responsibility. No one tells you this, but it's your responsibility to fill out the immigration papers and the insurance papers for the vehicle. So when you come on the boat, you have to, of course, secure it and everything. And then you go upstairs in the waiting area. And on each side of the room, there are two lines of people that people just start lining up. And then there are people, you have to show their passport and, like the normal border control thing. So they stamp you and they give you a visa for entry, which is simple enough. But the other thing is you also have to do the same for your vehicle. Nobody tells you this either. So you just kind of have to figure it out, and that is on the other side of the boat. So after you've been in line, gotten your visa, you have to go and stand in another line to import your vehicle.
That's the stamping here. I think that's the queue. Or
Two. Where do we go to begin?
let's take this one.
This one? Oh, right. So what is it that we're gonna stamp?
Some entry paper to enter Morocco.
We need to get it stamped on.
I don't know the name, but it has been like this for forever. You need to fill out this form or you won't enter Morocco.
Right. Oh well, I guess we gotta wait then. So, it turns out the papers for the bike and for us, the people, they stamped in 2 different places. So, and you need the passport for both of them. It's a little bit confusing. You have to stand in 2 lines to get all your paper stamps. Strange. A bit backwards. So now Abdel is stamping the passports for the bike, or the papers for the bike, and I'm waiting in line for the people stamp. I hope he gets to finish before I reach the end of the line. So you bring the 2 notes that you fill out, 2 papers that you fill out to these 2 places, and then they give you a card with a QR code on it. And that piece of paper with the QR code on it, you cannot lose because that's your import papers. And you can't travel around the country without that either, I guess. And if you want to take it back, you also need that piece of paper. So keep that safe somewhere. And once you filled out these 2 things, then that's basically it. That's pretty simple. The difficult part is figuring this out because I had no clue. Luckily, I was traveling with a person from Morocco, or who spoke the language. So that was very helpful. He helped me a lot. Thank you so much, Karim. you made my journey so much easier. And then when you get to Morocco, you drive off the ferry, and then you of course have to go through customs and everything. Here it's smart to just be as chill and relaxed as possible. They will very likely search you, search your vehicle, take your stuff. They luckily did not do that with us when we traveled, but you have to expect being stopped and searched. And you may have to prepare for giving them 200 dirham, 200 dirham. But that's just the way it is. And then you are free to go. If they let you in the country, you're free to go. But when you enter the country, I would definitely recommend getting a SIM card, a local SIM card. There are people selling it right when you come off the boat, but usually you don't really have any money when you come off the boat. So you have to go into town. And it's not, you can't just go to any place and buy the card. You have to go to an official service provider. There are 2 different ones. One is like much better than the other. I don't remember the names now. I'll put them on the screen. I would definitely recommend this one. That's the one that has the best coverage in Morocco. But in this place where you buy the card and you register your SIM card and everything like that, you can't top up your card. So you have to go to another place to get money on your card. And that you can get at almost any kiosk or any place. Any little shop has these SIM cards. But most of the people don't speak English. They speak French, and some of them speak a little bit of Spanish. So if you speak French, then that's no problem. But if you don't, then try to find someone who speaks English at least, or get someone to help you, because you have to sort of activate the card. You have to call a number and dial some stuff, and I have no idea how to do that in Arabic. So yeah, definitely get some help doing that. But you have to pay in cash in most of these places. So the first thing that I did was just go straight to an ATM and take out money. So always the conversion rates always change, of course, but more or less the 100 dirham is about 10 euro, roughly. So I topped up my card with 20 gigabytes of data. So you have to choose between data and phone services. But usually, if you have data, you can call over the internet, so you don't really need the phone that much. And when you're going to go back to Spain, it's the same. You have to stop at the place and buy a ticket. The ticket office is right at the ferry terminal in Tarifa. And then make sure that you have your card that you got. Because you have to show that to the customs office when you pass through the customs. And then yeah, that's basically it. I hope you find this video a bit useful if you're thinking of going to Morocco. If you did, give me a thumbs up and click subscribe and ring the bell if you want to see what I end up doing next here. And I will see you in the next episode. Peace.